Trick or street fights, titles on the line, a haunted house, and the fallout from Hell in a Cell. It's the most terrifying, spine-tingling, spooktacular after show of the year!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin!
Of course.
Do-do-do. 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 Here's some candy for you, kids. Here's some candy. Here's some candy.
Thanks,
Take
Fun Dad.
Take some candy, guys.
Oh.
Welcome, everyone, to the Raw After Show, right there at the camera. And another piece for every one of you. How's it going, everybody? This is the Raw After Show right here at AFTERBUZZ TV. Let's just have a hell of a Halloween. I hope everyone that's watching right now has had a great Halloween. If you're listening, I hope you had a wonderful Halloween. We're doing it here. We got the full squad. We got Jimbo Slice on the ones and twos. What up, brah?
Hello.
And I just got to introduce these two. My name is Fun Dad. How are you, everybody? You can find me on Twitter at Loquasto. The lovely lady to my left. Oh, what is your character's name? I'm going to introduce you as your real...
Misty Knight.
That's right. She's a very funny actress and improviser and a character on Luke Cage. Find her on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. But tonight, she's Misty Knight.
That's right. And I'm here to fight crime and take names, and I'm fresh out of paper.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a cool catchphrase.
Thanks, just thought of it.
And next to her, I don't know if he'll say much tonight, but he is very proud that he recently purged in 1, 2, and 3. You can find him on Twitter at Ty Matthews PMA, but currently on Twitter, he's Die Matthews. You can also see him every single week on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He is the first progenitor of hyper-optimism and the first man to get in line for the feeding. He's Ty Matthews.
What it do?
What up, buddy?
Hello.
How you doing, man?
So happy to be here. I did my duty as an American. I purged, and it is a fantastic day. It's our Halloween spooktacular.
It is.
Here at
You know,
AfterBuzz.
being Fun Dad, I had to bring gifts besides just candy.
Yeah.
I brought Uno. Everyone loves Uno.
There you
Yes.
go.
It's a classic game.
Yes, do.
Afterwards, we can play a little catchphrase.
Awesome.
Yeah, the kids love catchphrase.
Yes,
And,
they do.
you know, we have to watch a movie before bedtime, so we got What About Bob?
The DVD version.
The cinematic classic DVD version of What About Bob?
Perennial dad favorite.
Yeah, and of course, you have to always protect your neck, as the RZA so adequately said back in the 90s. So I have a neck pillow, just in case.
There you go.
So if you guys are feeling sore or you're feeling tired, just ask old Fun Dad. I'll get you a neck pillow.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Fun Dad.
I love it.
And,
Thank you.
And yes, chat roll. Fun Dad didn't know what the purge was.
No, I knew a
Oh
purge.
no,
I've
you
never
haven't
seen them.
seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen the
You hadn't
purge,
seen it.
but I knew what the purge was. I do want to see them.
They're
Good?
really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I prefer to see it. It'd be fun to watch it with Ty.
Frank
since he's a
Grillo.
fan.
There you go. There you go. Frank Grillo's a G, man.
Yeah.
That dude's dope.
Well, you're a G with that outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
See, I wanted to go for something that I could also look very sharp in, and
Yes.
also just look like I killed some people.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well,
But legally,
in the movie.
check and check.
Yeah, in the movie, that's the thing.
yes, yeah.
You get one night.
One
One
night,
night
12,
out of the
12
year.
hours, everything's legal,
That sounds so scary.
right?
Yeah, wouldn't that be
I
horrifying?
don't think I'd like that.
I don't want to give away a really great thing in it, but it has socioeconomic issues.
Oh boy.
It is. It's very. It's a biting social commentary.
Yes.
What a great comment from Montserrat Iradin. He goes, I really wanted Johnny to dress up like Google Chrome. Sir, well said.
There you go.
I
Nice.
should have, because in case you missed it, about 4 months ago, I discovered what Google Chrome was for the first time. And unfortunately, it shows why my hard drive crashed 2 weeks ago, because I don't know how to take care of nice things.
There you go.
That's what happened. Speaking of nice things, let's get to it. Hell in a Cell was last night. Monday Night Raw was tonight, coming from Connecticut. So first off, overall thoughts on Hell in a Cell.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I enjoyed everything. There were definite matches that I enjoyed way more than others.
Sure.
But I think everything had its place and everything was well done.
I was thrilled to see the women headline.
Oh my god.
I was really I was crazy about that. What's interesting to me is that nobody's really pushing it that way. You notice they're being very careful of saying, "Oh, it was just one of 3 main events." Whereas I would have thought they would have been more vocal about the fact that, look, we know the main event. It's like when
They're on the poster, Di.
it's like when Punk, but
They're on the poster.
But what I'm saying is, I think it should have been pushed as, look, they're the main event. Like, we all know, no matter how many main events you say a show has,
Sure.
the match that closes the show is the main event.
And that's why I'm glad the women went last. And I'll tell you what, it had a lot of twists and turns to it. And I did not think Charlotte was going to win in Boston.
no.
I know,
No.
but she holds the record with like
14-0
singles competition.
13
She
and
doesn't
0.
lose.
That very specifically worded streak.
Yeah.
Where she's 13 and 0 in singles championship matches at pay-per-views.
There you go.
I mean, I was very, very surprised by the whole thing, and there were a couple moments. They didn't terrify me as much as I thought they would. But there were a few moments, like Sasha just getting completely slammed multiple times off the cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
and,
How about when
the-
she almost got decapitated by the table?
That's
That
another
counter.
one.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I mean, the power bomb through the announce table alone
That
was insane.
gorgeous.
Oh boy.
Yeah. How about when? Oh God, there were so many. It was like something would happen. They'd be like, "Oh, here's the replay. Oh wait, something else is happening."
Right,
Cut to it.
exactly.
Yeah. I liked Sasha doing her Spider Woman off the side of the cage.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, right onto Charlotte. I love the rag doll that Sasha had going on. Oh, she was getting pummeled.
Mm-hmm.
And I even said this on it because I did the AfterBuzz pay-per-view. I know, I'm just eating chocolate.
Go
It's
for
in
it.
front of
Hey,
me.
do you?
Yeah. I said it on the AfterBuzz pay-per-view, which everybody should see because Christy's awesome and Steve Kaufman was there too. We were representing the night. I really, really wanted. There was, when Sasha was set up on the table, Charlotte started climbing the corner post, and it looked like she was about to do the corkscrew moonsault onto Sasha. That is my one regret that didn't happen. In my head, it happened.
Right.
But
Head
otherwise
cannon.
than that, I really enjoyed it. I love this.
Yeah, very glad they headlined, and now Charlotte's the 3-time women's champion. How about KO going through 2 tables?
Oh God.
When he set that up, I'm like, he's going to do it. He's going old school. He's
Yeah.
going back to the Ring of Honor days and prior to.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what he did.
How about Seth muscling him up to put him
Yeah.
through both of those tables?
Jimbo and I were talking about that before we went on, and good Lord, I did not think that was going to work at all.
No, and
Man,
it absolutely did.
Yeah.
Great. It looks so good.
So they put on a hell of a show overall. And there were a couple matches that, weren't exactly spectacular,
Sure.
but at the
Yeah.
same time they progressed some storylines perhaps. And
Yeah.
so,
Bailey Dana. And,
yeah. Well, getting to tonight, we start off. Goldberg hits the ring. Before he gets 2 words out, I'm not even kidding, maybe 3 words, he gets interrupted by Paul Heyman. Everyone starts chanting Goldberg's name.
Goldberg.
And Paul Heyman
They're
adequately says, "You are pissing me off."
They're much more on board with Goldberg this week than they were last week.
Yeah, more Connecticut fans
Yes.
than there are in Minnesota.
The Minnesota fan.
Yes. So Heyman says that his beast is very impatient. Doesn't want to wait till November 20th. He wants to do it right now. The music of the beast hits, but he don't show up. And Heyman be giggling in the corner, y'all.
Gotcha.
Got
him.
you. Got you.
Those was jokes.
Got him! And then, for no good reason, Rusev shows up, but I love when Rusev shows up.
Of course.
He is a
Totally okay with
trooper.
it.
Of course.
Wait a minute. Oh my God,
Oh, the
Goldberg's in the
belt.
house!
Speak of the devil.
Oh!
We got
Speak of the
Goldberg.
devil.
Oh my God!
Fresh off punching a window in a limo.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's the new predictions champion. Is that what's going on with the belt, or he just happens to have the belt?
That's Goldberg's
That's
title.
just, yeah.
The
title.
the predictions title is now turned over to our viewers.
Yeah, to fans. Actually, I believe it was Cecily. I didn't catch the numbers in it, but Cecily was possibly the champion.
There we
They
go.
needed to go over the numbers.
Excellent.
So congratulations if that went through.
Well, you got to take the title from our own
So
Jim Berg.
pry it from his cold
Jim
dead
Berg.
hands.
Jim
There you
Berg.
go, Jim Berg.
Jim Berg, everybody. Are you back in the studio, Jim Berg?
He's
Not yet.
getting
Yes,
there.
there
He
he
is.
is.
You look good, man. Fresh shave, fresh goatee, fresh title, fresh tattoos, man.
Of course.
Way to go. So yeah, Rusev starts running his mouth, and next thing you know, he gets a jackhammer and then a spear to Heyman, which I was totally down with. Old
Yeah.
Paulie
Yeah.
getting a bump in.
Even having to get carted away in an ambulance later in the night.
He's gotten off kind of light lately, so I'm glad that Goldberg was the one to knock him down a few pegs.
Yeah.
The question is, well, I'm sure, will Lesnar start speaking for himself?
No, I don't think this will take Heyman out for too long.
I don't think Lesnar can speak for himself because there aren't enough beeps in the world.
He does like to
He
cuss.
loves the cuss.
That's why I love those video packages where they just let Brock say literally whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And because at that point it just becomes a UFC package.
You bleep it out.
Exactly.
Him and Conor McGregor just running their mouth.
Right.
Saying whatever the hell they damn well please. But yeah, really, I mean, the jackhammer to Rusev, 49 years old, he can still do it.
Killing it.
I mean, Rusev's he's a super athlete.
Sure.
Yeah, Andrea, thank you. Selly did win.
There we go.
Congratulations, Selly.
Hey, way to go. Wonder
Fan predictions champion.
wonder if they went undefeated or if they got them all right. I have no idea.
And I know that it was pretty close.
Those clean sweeps are tough.
Except for the last one, I think everybody was basically on board with. They kind of.
Sure.
I'll be honest, I didn't see Charlotte winning that.
No, me neither. I didn't either.
The only reason I saw her winning it was because I just didn't see her losing it at a pay-per-view. Otherwise, it totally makes sense. It would have made sense for Sasha to retain.
Right. But I mean, Sasha, to that point, Sasha losing in Boston, I thought was an even bigger stretch. But
well, we should have known when her family was like in the Escalade. You know how they love to.
Oh, right.
They love to have people lose in front of their family.
They love doing that.
True. At the same time,
Titus
too,
on Father's Day.
when the first two Hell in a Cell matches don't have any changes, it makes you wonder, oh, are we going to have all three?
Right.
But there were multiple title changes, which we'll get to. So, yeah, jackhammer to Rusev, spear to Heyman. Next thing you know, we got a trick or street fight, y'all. We got Enzo Amore taking on Luke Gallows, apples and pumpkin pies and candy corn kendo sticks. It was pure mayhem. And it looked like a hell of a lot of fun.
It looked like so much fun.
You knew this match was... You know, there's every, like, Halloween or every weird holiday, there's some kind of gimmicky, messy match. And this was this.
Yeah. I think it's not doing a whole lot for this newfound trying to get everyone to take Gallows and Anderson seriously.
I mean, Big Gal and Andy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love the Toy Story.
Yeah.
Love that they went with that.
So yeah, it was it's a necessary evil.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween. I think you maybe get away with it.
I know, not like there's a roster of like 60 people that aren't being used that could have been in this match instead.
Ooh.
That's a very fair
Not
point.
that this couldn't have been like Axel versus Dallas or something.
Well, but don't forget, though, that the club did win at Hell in a Cell.
Oh, sure.
So
Sure.
They almost dominated.
And then he got DDT'd while wearing a pumpkin on his head the
he
night
did.
after.
There was a pie to Andy, and then a kick to the dome, then a big pumpkin on Gallows' head, which didn't quite fit, and then Enzo gets the win.
It still doesn't beat Cesaro wearing the pumpkin on his head, doing the running uppercut. What was that, last year before? That's pretty incredible.
That was really... I don't even know he saw what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's just incredible. So, yeah, big win for Enzo there. Moving on, Brian Kendrick versus TJP Cruiserweight title. Of course, Kendrick won at Hell in a Cell. Couldn't have been happier with that. I just love... And even tonight, he says it. Walk into the ring talking to TJP. It's psychology, bro. I had you. I fooled you. I got you. And he did.
I like that they're working his music into it even. He's a man with a plan.
He is. And the way he won was wonderful. He faked a knee injury, got the headbutt, got the captain's hook for the win. And I just love it. TJP, it's more fun to see him chase. It's better to see Kendrick on the throne, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I like it because he's skeezy and sleazy, and the way that like it went, like the match itself, where he would just have this expression on his face every time TJ like kicked out. He's like, bro, we talked about this.
Right, you're supposed to let me have this.
I'm supposed to win.
Right.
Here. It's like, oh, come on, bro. You mad?
But it also opens up the door to possible programs with Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander, which is good for everyone.
Because he's the only strong heel in the Cruiserweight division right now.
Right.
He's the only guy that's really gotten a shot to be a strong heel.
Right.
And the thing about Kendrick is, I hope everyone watches and just notices the nuances of Kendrick. A villain always thinks they're in the right.
Exactly.
Every villain, whether it's comic books, pro wrestling, movies, they always think they're in the right. Brian Kendrick thinks he's in the right, and you can see it in the way he speaks. You can see it in the way he talks to people. In his mind, he thinks he's right, and that's just another level that most guys aren't on.
Absolutely.
Did you did you see Raw Talk? Like afterwards?
Oh, no,
Booker T has some like words with Kendricks about him winning in this way.
Oh, interesting.
And he's just like, he kind of gets in Brian's face. I think it's the best part of Raw Talk.
Really?
Well, that's what's been so good about these after shows is that they get to drop a lot of that pretense of, just like kind of going on script so religiously, and they get to really feel it. That's why segments like Miz and Brian were so hot, is
gloves
because
come off a little bit.
there are elements of truth to it. Yeah. And I think this element of Kendrick's character, to your point, I think is is a lot of the same things that made Kevin Owens' character so compelling when he first started coming
got a
around.
reason.
Is that he's entirely, in his own mind, everything's justified because it's just means to an end.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
another level than just a bad guy going, I just want to beat everybody up because I can.
Right.
No. Kendrick's got a reason. Kevin Owens had a reason, and that's what makes you invest in heels, and that's what makes you hate them so much. And I'm so glad Kendrick is back on the national pedestal where he belongs, because there aren't many people better than him, and the way he acts is just on another level. And I think everyone can really learn from that,
Yeah.
and try to get to that point. And him and TJP, another perfect example tonight. So the Hurricane Rana to Kendrick outside the ring. I don't know how TJP got up. That was scary, the way he on the apron.
It's like he accordioned on his neck on the apron, and he got back up.
I mean, I'm sure he's done it before, but that looked like a... Right, what do you think, Ty? I mean, you've wrestled 14 years.
Right. Yeah. It was pretty. It's moments like that you know. Obviously, they know what they're doing. Doesn't make it any less scary.
I was going to say, though, it looked like a bit of a misjudgment. I imagine his head's supposed to not go that far down to the apron. It's supposed to kind of whip him over and the head not landing on the apron, right? While he's caught up in the ropes. You're not supposed to go that far down, correct?
I mean, it's such an odd move that there's really no like definitive like this is how you do this. But I don't know. Who's to say?
It was completely insane. But yeah, sends Kendrick outside the ring. TJP gets back in the 9 count. Kendrick just decides to call it a night.
And really, I mean, this kind of a character, why wouldn't he? You know,
he's the Brian Kendrick.
He's made it clear. He's made it clear that it's all just about keeping that title no matter what.
Yep.
So if it's not a title match, or hell, even if it was a title match, why wouldn't he just get counted out?
And he even said right before the match, he goes, "I have a plan," and his plan is, if it gets hot, I'm getting out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I would love to see him doing all types of underhanded stuff. Like, remember, there was a string for a while in Ring of Honor where Austin Aries was winning every match by countout.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, he was purposely like just pissing people off and like winning or losing via countout.
Sure, yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's little things like that Kendrick has been doing where, like for example in the CWC at one point it was him and Ibushi, and he caught Ibushi's foot in between the bars and the guardrail and slid in and tried to like trap him into getting counted out. Or when he bent TJP's hand back and stuck his fingers in the turnbuckle.
Oh god! Or during Hell in the Cell when he took the tape off of TJP's thing and tried to tape him to the rope.
Yeah,
it's fun, creative stuff like that. It's like
he's got more tricks in his bag than arguably anyone on that roster. And he has more experience than just about anyone on the roster, really.
He's just MacGyver at this point.
He pretty much is MacGyver, and it's fantastic. So Mick Foley backstage, and a young man comes up to him, a young, small man named Braun Strowman. I want competition. He's like, okay. You think you could bully me around? Well, it's working. And so tonight you're in a battle royal. If you win, you're the final member of Team Raw.
There you go.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes.
Happy Halloween. If I could grow facial hair, I would have been Braun Strowman.
Selena, the chocolate is awesome. I finished it all.
Down on it, girl.
I haven't gone trick or treating yet.
Tis the season, guys.
Yeah, I unfortunately haven't. This is
the last.
This is my only attempt at a costume this entire weekend. I didn't have a chance to do anything all weekend.
Really?
Well, it works.
I had shows all weekend, and last night I was lucky enough to go to NXT Los Angeles. That was so fun.
Yeah.
The only downside about me doing Misty Night tonight is that I have Marvel tomorrow. So I'm like,
do it.
That would have been 4 times that I worn.
You gotta do it. It's Marvel. It's Marvel.
I have a Storm outfit.
There you go.
Do a mix.
Everybody's got a Storm outfit.
Do a mix up. Mix and mash.
Do a mix.
Make a Misty Storm.
Yeah. Aurora Night.
Stormy Misty.
There you go.
Night.
Storm Mist.
Aurora Night.
Mist. That one. That one's better.
That one's
better. Mick Foley comes out for the state address of Raw. He says he was proud of every single person on that roster except for Chris Jericho, who managed to lock himself in the Hell in a Cell and underhandedly help Kevin Owens retain the Universal Championship. Well, Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho come out looking like twinsies.
Of course.
Except one of them's not having a shirt.
Sure.
Mick Foley admits he needs them both on Team Raw at Survivor Series. They decide to bust on Mick a little bit more. Jericho basically calls him a loser. Actually, Kevin Owens calls him a loser because everyone remembers his moments at Hell in a Cell, but he lost. And what I love what Mick said here, he goes, do you think 18 years from now, people are going to be playing archives of that match from last night? It's a good point.
This Flipping the key around on Jericho's finger.
Yeah, the key of Jericho.
Key of Jericho. Lock it in, man.
Lock it in.
No. I love it. I love it, but I hate it so much.
So good.
It was so good.
It was. But he's right, though. He's got a good point. I mean, well, first off, there's never going to be another moment like Mick Foley being thrown off.
No, and as there probably shouldn't be.
There really shouldn't be.
Let's not do
It's
that.
bad enough that there was a first time for that.
Bad enough we had Shane going off the top of the cage.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
So let's not do that again.
No, we're
but
good.
but I like the way he brought that in though, saying, the way you guys cheated, no one's going to want to watch that 18 years from now. And that is kind of cool the way he said that.
Right.
So, Mick says, I also need to fill out the rest of my team, so I need the man. And that's when Roman Reigns hits the ring to a smattering of applause.
Here and there.
And many boos.
Hey,
Halloween.
he walked out to a reaction.
I do love that he said sounds like there's some ghosts in the crowd. That was like a dad joke right there.
Oh, big time.
That is a dad.
Well, he is a fun dad.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, he does tea
This
parties.
is true. This is true.
Tea parties, he's a total fun dad.
You do tea parties with your kids. You did that.
Well, if I never said I had kids. I'm a fun dad without
would.
kids.
Oh.
Yeah, if I would though, of course.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, fun dad doesn't need to have kids. I give candy to everyone else
Exactly.
and DVDs.
Fun uncle.
What about Bob? That's how we're closing out the show.
Watch that movie, guys.
Yes, it is. I'm sailing. Keep sailing, Bob. All right.
No.
Oh boy, it's a slow-moving film, but it's still fun.
It gets the job done.
A vacation from my problems.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Bill Murray is a slow-moving actor, but it's beautiful.
It's true.
Yeah,
It is
it's hard.
true.
It's hard hitting in Reese's.
I just want this to become the What About Bob after show.
I mean, we could find a way.
I mean, really.
It might not be an hour-long
Guys,
show. But
tune in.
yeah. Anyways.
It's a fun movie.
So
Watch
Roman
it if
Reigns
you
hits
can.
the ring, and then Jericho starts to make fun of him and says, I'm from Canada. I'd be a better United States champion than you will. And Mick's like, that's not a bad idea. I'll make the match tonight. Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho for the U.S. Championship, the only title Jericho has not won yet.
Which sounds crazy. I hadn't even thought about that.
Nice.
Yeah, he's won everything else.
He's like guys like him. Edge also was one of those people that I didn't realize how decorated he was until I looked up his stats the other day, and it is insane.
It's insane.
Like
It's
damn
like-
near every title he could have possibly won.
It's like there has to be a term for that. Like there's triple threat for someone who sings, dances.
Well, I mean,
and,
Triple Crown champion is a common one.
There's the Triple Crown, there's the Grand Slam champion, but like they've added so many more titles
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
then, especially with the brand split.
Oh,
I
dear
think
Lord.
you just go up to everything legend. I think is the next. You're an everything legend.
You're
How about that?
It's like when Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack, the Galaxy champion.
Galaxy champion. You're the Galaxy champ. Congratulations.
There you go.
There you go.
Next up, it's the Battle Royal, y'all. A bunch of Raw superstars in the ring there. A bunch of... What, did I see a younger version of Bob Backlund in that ring?
Yes. At first, I thought it was IRS, and I got excited.
I was
Right,
like, what?
the
But
suspenders.
but it was a bow tie, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, it's
With a
Bob
really
Backlund."
short
It
haircut.
was Darren Young.
Yeah, really short haircut.
I'll take either one.
Yeah, but
But-
they could have done IRS.
I guess
Sure.
he's been on Superstars, but we have not seen Darren Young or Bob Backlund on Raw in forever.
Right?
And Zeno Hour, you are correct. Everyone in live chat are Fun Dad's kids.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Johnny's kids.
I love you all, even those of you that say mean things to me.
Bebe's kids.
Yeah. We don't die,
Yeah.
we multiply.
Multiply.
So,
And Jack Pimentel, yes, and y'all wish you had this chocolate.
that's right.
He says I'm going ham on the chocolate.
Where'd the peanut butter cup? I didn't know it was in there.
Oh no!
Wow.
I got happy. It was at the bottom,
It's phenomenal.
but all the chocolate's gone now.
Happy Halloween. All right. So yes, the final four, Cesaro, Sheamus, who take each other out, which leaves Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman. And Zayn does his best.
It gives it the old college try,
Gives it the old college try.
which I had already forgotten about Sami Zayn stepping up to Braun Strowman.
Oh, did you?
I completely
do that.
forgot about that angle already.
Well,
I forgot that until you said that.
Right?
Yeah.
he did it because no one else would.
He tried. He did a good try. You know, he just needed a little bit more help from gravity.
Yeah. Didn't happen.
Enough people weren't clapping for him.
Braun
That's what it
Strowman
was.
wins the Battle Royal while Sheamus and Cesaro argue. So Braun Strowman is the final member of Team Raw, even though we don't have all five. I assume we're having 5 members, right? Or just
It has to be 5.
We don't have the 4th yet. Right? We got KO, Jericho, Roman, and Braun. That's it.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there's
Unless,
one
of course, it's going to be Rollins.
Which it's, yeah.
Does that mean there's no title match Survivor Series?
No, there's got to be.
All right.
Because it's the 5 Team Raw, and then there's the tag team, and then there's the 5 women.
And that's it so far.
Yeah.
Moving on, New Day with quite possibly the favorite 3 costumes of the evening.
So good.
We had Kama Mustafa, we had Papa Shango, and the Godfather. Just, if you want to pay homage to someone, that's how you do it.
Well, that's why I got so excited over WrestleMania weekend. They were selling those shirts that were specific to each person that got inducted, and the Godfathers had little references to each one of those persona. It was incredible because Papa Shango scared me more than any horror movie did when I was a kid. Like, legitimate nightmares for a very long time.
Yeah, he had the dry ice coming out of the skull.
Exactly. Making Ultimate Warrior throw up all over the place.
Yeah.
And Mean Gene, black stuff coming out of his face.
And bleeding and stuff like that.
Oh, boy.
He really got into that character.
Yeah. And then he became a pimp.
Right. And that's not easy.
No, that's what I've heard.
Some would even say it ain't easy.
Sure.
You know, there's trains involved.
I was telling Jimbo before we went on, they even called Goldberg the Supreme Fighting Machine a couple weeks ago, which was his nickname as Kama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was supposed to that gimmick was actually a take on Chemo from the OG UFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Melted down the urn, made it into a gold chain.
I love it.
Just
Nice.
talking new generation era
Good
WWF
old
guys.
Charles Wright. So the New Day just they have a conversation with themselves, saying that they're going to captain the tag team Monday Night Raw team, if you will, at Survivor Series, and they make fun of every SmackDown team except for American Alpha because there's nothing bad they could say about
Just
it.
nothing, no.
Which I thought was perfect because
Yeah.
every team they're talking about, I'm like, when are they going to talk about American Alpha? And
Right.
they finally do, and they're like, yeah, we
They're just really good.
like their work.
Right.
I like his work.
Exactly. I'm a fan.
So I'm getting stoked. Survivor Series is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to live up to being one of the original Big Four. So.
Oh, of course.
that'd be
Survivor Series
nice.
is right there behind Royal Rumble as one of my absolute favorite shows.
Yeah, I would say as a kid, I mean, WrestleMania was WrestleMania. Royal Rumble's always been my favorite.
I still always had so much more fun with the Rumble.
But
I know it's wilder in a way. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
here's the thing: Survivor Series happens. It used to air on Thanksgiving, so
Right.
that was why I loved it so much. You had a whole day of chilling and eating and doing nothing and watching football, and then you're like, "Can this day get any better?" Oh yeah, it can, because at 8 p.m. I get to watch Survivor Series.
Absolutely.
That was the best. And this will be a really fun time too. So November 20th, 4 days before Thanksgiving.
Remember that?
Remember
Goldberg.
Remember.
Old bag.
What is that from?
Incredible. That's a South Park.
South Park.
Oh, all right.
But it's fairly recent. It's fairly
You're
recent.
doing the Chris Farley show. Like, remember when?
It's similar. It's
pretty close.
Similar bits.
So yes, Rich Swann, Lindsay Dorado, Cedric Alexander taking on Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and Daivari. Well, not that Daivari, but the younger Daivari.
A Daivari.
Daivari, yes. Dorado and Cedric getting some air miles. Roundhouse kick by Swann, which was a thing of beauty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then a pin for the win on Nese.
Yeah, and I love that pin. Was it a jackknife cover?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Beautiful.
you go, Swan.
Yeah.
And I just love that face in the camera afterwards. Yeah, that guy's a total entertainer.
Swan's the best.
He's got it.
Absolutely.
He's
And
got that hands down.
I don't know why this matters to me, but I like that they're back to announcing Lindsay Dorado as from Puerto Rico. It's just, I don't know. It seems to fit him a little more than New Jersey.
Yes,
I don't know.
absolutely.
Oh.
Because for a while, there were a couple weeks where in the CWC they were announcing him as Puerto Rico, and on Raw they were announcing him as from New Jersey.
That's interesting.
Yeah, one of those is
Well,
a little more exotic.
But he's not a shining star.
He's not. No.
No, he's not selling timeshares.
No.
He doesn't have a brochure.
Yeah, there's enough of those going around.
He loves those hibiscus flowers,
Who
nonetheless.
doesn't?
You know?
I want to go and get one. Sheesh. Next, all hail the queen, everybody. Charlotte hits the ring and says Sasha should not feel embarrassed in that hospital bed because she did take Charlotte to the limit. But she is the champion, and she's also going to be the captain of the women's team at Survivor Series. She then talks smack to Nikki Bella, Carmella, Alexa Bliss. Who else did I miss?
Becky?
Becky Lynch, of course. Then addresses Bayley. Makes Bayley come out to the ring. Bayley compliments her and Sasha. Says, hey, it's not about me right now. It's about how amazing you guys were. And Charlotte just acts like a jerk, so Bayley calls her a jerk. She's like, you'll never be me. Are you a competitor or are you a glorified fan? And to where Bayley says, well, I defeated your protege at Hell in a Cell. And she's like, well, tonight you're not facing her.
Thank goodness.
Nia Jax finally back on television.
Finally, the
Yeah.
first time in almost 2 months
Yeah.
that we've seen her on Raw.
So what do you guys think? I mean, she destroys Bayley, wins with a Samoan drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, Bayley put up way more of a fight than anyone else did, and it made me think like this match could have gone either way. I think Nia needed the win more, but it could have gone either way. I think Bayley, she was kind of the first one to really put a dent in Nia Jax's armor in NXT. There's no reason it couldn't have also been the same way on Raw.
Yeah, she did defeat Nia Jax.
Yeah. But I think Nia just really laid it in during this match, especially that running almost Vader-esque avalanche near the end of the match. That was incredible.
Yeah, and I really wanted Bayley to land that Bayley to belly. I
Yeah,
really
the one
wanted
off the buckles.
Yes,
That will
I
happen
really
eventually.
Yeah.
It will. I wanted it because I knew that Nia would just like basically just sit on her.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
So which ended up happening. But with this, I enjoyed seeing Nia for longer than 20 seconds.
Sure.
So that was good too.
Yeah, getting to see her in there, mixing it up with someone that like can actually be competitive.
Yeah, seeing a little bit of frustration on her face as opposed to just like anger, I smash.
And
Right.
also, I kind of like the fact we talked about this already with Bayley. Maybe it's a way to get her to be the supreme underdog again.
Sure.
So a long road to back up to the top.
Well, it's like we talked about before. Characters like Bayley and Sami Zayn, people fell in love with them because they were almost always on the losing end. There are those specific characters that sometimes it just suits them more, so that when that big moment finally does happen, there's not a dry eye in the house.
Yep.
So
It's gonna be a long road, but
Yeah.
it's worth the wait. And you have enough great women already, so let Bayley kind of do her thing and
Right.
don't rush her. If she has to fight Nia Jax, so be it.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see what
And
happens.
then we've got Foxy somewhere in there. So
Yeah.
we can
Love
bring her
Foxy.
back.
Foxy's great.
I think it's time for maybe a Rusev tweet.
Yes, fun
of course
dad.
it is.
Yes.
I think it's good. Do we have ready, Jimbo? All right, we'll move on.
Damn.
Just hit the music whenever.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well tweeted 13 hours ago. The last thing I needed, the first thing this morning, to have you Beats by Dre break on me. # Monday.
# Monday.
And he
like
also
that.
spelled mourning like you're sad.
M-O-U-R.
Aw.
Don't know if that was on purpose.
I hope it was.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do a second one right now.
Let's double them up.
Double up.
There you go.
45 minutes ago. Ha! Goldberg knows that spears don't faze me. That jackhammer, though, hats off to him. He's still got it. By the way, I can still crush him.
By the
way, I can still cry.
Hell yeah.
BT. Oh, and then, wait a minute. Did he retweet this? Looks like. Oh, no, he did not. Okay.
Okay.
I was going to say, we going for the hat trick?
No. We'll get one.
We'll get there.
Before we go. Moving on, Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Shining Stars. Well, they look to be in sync, even though they're arguing. Massive European uppercut, then a cloverleaf by Sheamus for the win, and the timeshares continue to just be there.
I just love that Cesaro is just saving him with these like uppercuts from miles away.
Yeah.
Like last year when he caught Kofi
Yeah.
off the dive with that uppercut, and then now
It was gorgeous.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Like both times, with Primo and Kofi just dropped him like a stone.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's been good stuff.
Yeah, without a doubt. Goldust and R-Truth in a haunted house, acting actually better than I would, because everyone knows I panic, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also,
I loved this.
That was great.
I loved this so much.
On that note, guys, if you remember Carlo Cannon, if you were watching last year when he came and visited us here, go visit him on Twitter at Carlo Cannon, because he's been posting some videos of when he and I went to a haunted house, very, very similar to this segment from last Halloween season. And it's pretty incredible because he reacts very, very much the same way that Goldust does in this segment. So go check that out.
I would think
Instagram
Carlo
or
was
Twitter.
even worse than Goldust. and R-Truth.
It's definitely much more foul-mouthed, for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah,
I-
they slipped some through when they were in the haunted house. But Goldust is like me in haunted houses. I run.
Do you?
Do ya?
Yeah, you
But
can't.
if you
you
run
can't
though,
catch
then
me.
it could only get worse. right?
No, because whoever I'm with is slower.
Oh, okay.
And
That's a good
all
point.
you need.
That's a good point.
That's all you need.
I established
I will push you towards someone else.
I established a new technique when I went to Hollywood Horror Nights this year. I decided that I tried to keep my eyes open more in the houses.
That makes sense.
But my new thing is I will maniacally laugh even louder than any of the characters. So they look at me like I'm crazy. So I go through the whole house just giving myself a supreme headache by laughing so loud that I can't even get scared because I'm already like shaking so much by laughing.
That headache can't be worth like the 30 seconds of not getting startled.
Well, no, I'm still startled. But if I'm already
They still get
laughing,
you.
Right.
yeah, I'm already laughing. They think, oh, he's having a great time. I just look crazy.
When in reality,
In reality,
he's hating every second.
oh,
of
I'm
it.
terrified. I was so mad I paid all that money for the front of line pass. I'm like, that means we have to go on everything.
That's exactly right.
Like, it's
That's
bad enough I've these idiots in the middle of the street running at me with chainsaws.
Oh man, the chainsaw people. That
Yeah.
and the scary children are the people that are like, with like Universal. Where they
Yeah,
have
and the creepy
fantastical-
presidential candidates running around.
Oh, sure, with the purge,
the
my
real-
fellow purgers.
The real ones are
Yeah.
scary enough. I didn't like it.
No,
I did not like it. But anyway,
anything clown.
Golden Truth, just hats off to y'all. Jericho and KO backstage. Jericho says he's going to be the U.S. champion. It's the only title he's never had. Tonight he's going to get it. They call Roman Reigns a giant oversized bottle of hair conditioner. And
Yeah, he's a hair product.
This segment was one of
Love
my
that.
favorite things.
Yeah, because I was thinking that's how he probably powered out of that accolade the first time in Hell in a Cell. It was just like my secret weapon.
It's got to be the hair.
yeah, that's. I mean, he's a lot of VO5.
But when they
I love that you know that's your hair, the hot oil treatment.
Of course I do. VO5.
Sure.
man.
All right.
At one point,
we go.
they said something simultaneously, and Kevin Owens said, "Jinx, buy me a Coke,"
Oh,
and
yeah.
I felt so much more in love with that character
Oh, yeah,
than I
it'll be
was.
the Canadian title. Jinx, buy me a Coke.
He said it so in passing.
Like, that phrase has got to be at least 20 years old.
Oh, for sure.
Which I loved it.
And when they both finished the it line.
Yeah, at the same time.
That's right. Well, Jericho needs him to have his back. And KO says that's all right. Because right now, it's time to get... It.
I love that they at least hit that, because Jericho's finally gotten to the point where You Just Made the List is so over that he's not giving it to the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's so frustrating from a fan standpoint to watch.
It's because that's what you want.
But at least we
Yeah.
still get it.
And I'm glad we don't get it all the time. So moving on, Jericho versus Roman for the U.S. title. Roman takes control early, but KO then slams him into the post. Jericho dominating for a while. It's just a whole bunch. It's a lot of back and forth.
A lot of back and forth, more than I was expecting.
A lot of back and forth. Jericho takes control, almost locks in the walls, then misses on the Lion's Salt, as he does 95% of the time. Jericho finally locks it in, then a sit-out powerbomb by Reigns. KO tries to interfere, a quick roll-up for a 2 count, then a spear. KO jumps in for the DQ, and they just start beating the holy hell out of him.
But then...
Yeah.
But then... Combo Codebreaker first.
Man, let's...
Oh.
Hang on, I forgot
That
about
was-
that.
that
Because
was
let's talk about
gorgeous.
that dope-ass double team move.
That
was great.
great.
I did not see that coming, but the pop-up straight into the Codebreaker, I enjoyed it.
That was lovely. I love that more than the Codebreaker from Hell in the Cell that Jericho gave to Rollins after the fact.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just like, wait, where are you going, dude? Where are you? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Insult to injury.
He had a point to make. It was a matter of principle.
Yes.
Yeah, and he crumpled up like paper.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, this was a fantastic pop-up Codebreaker. Just loved it. Seth Rollins hits the ring, sling blade on Jericho, suicide dive on Kevin Owens, and then KO finally saves Jericho from a pedigree for the first time.
Finally.
Yep.
So that means this friendship, we talked a couple of weeks ago, oh, this friendship might be done soon. No, it's stronger than ever.
It's hanging in there.
Jericho helped him retain the title. KO saves him from a pedigree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Best friends. They're still intact.
And KO refers to both of them as the Universal Champion now. So
They're both, they're the Universal Champion. They wanted to be the Universal Champion and the United States Champion at the same time.
Yeah, they almost were.
yeah,
But it didn't
and KO was wearing Jericho's scarf during the match.
Right.
He picked it up and he put it on.
See,
So
I'd wear your mask.
It's
you know
the
what I mean?
little things. There you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the little
mask.
things.
You wear his pillow.
Of course.
You gotta protect your neck.
Best friends.
There you go.
You need to. So overall thoughts on Raw? I mean, it was the night after Hell in a Cell. I don't think we're expecting anything too crazy.
We got to get to the former Shield brethren teaming up.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's true.
Are we possibly, maybe, one night only, in store for a Shield reunion at Survivor Series?
Well, how? Because Ambrose is on SmackDown.
Because it's interpromotional and anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Well,
And that was the pay-per-view that they debuted at, if I'm not mistaken.
we could have the three of them standing in the ring one time.
At least one triple power bomb to someone.
Yeah, I want to say they debuted just about 3 years ago.
3 years
now?
ago, it was 2013.
Yeah. It is entirely possible. You know what else is possible?
What's
One
that?
more Rusev tweet.
One more, let's get it.
All right, so. Okay.
There we go.
There it is. So this guy tweets at Rusev.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the guy who despises America while he's going to an American football game with his hot wife. Work on your accent, bud. Rusev quotes that and says, "You are wrong. My wife didn't come to the game."
There you go.
I love it. Does that guy think that he's not, that like the Bulgarian thing is the act?
Apparently.
Like that's the thing he's putting
Well,
on?
no one believes anything is real. So
That's
they
true.
No.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They just want to talk smack. That's all they want to do.
He just happens to have a tattoo of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
He was really committed to that bit.
Really
He
committed
just
to
happens to
it.
speak the
He's
language
like,
fluently.
this is a lifelong bit. Let me get this
I
tattoo.
gotta really commit to this,
I
guys.
mean, come on. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
With that said, happy Halloween. Did you guys enjoy your Halloween? How many haunts did you go to in 2 days?
Oh my God! I was in Vegas this past Saturday. Went up there, went to a couple haunts, turned around, came right back.
What?
Yep. Yesterday after NXT, went straight to one in West Hollywood. I'm going to the Queen Mary.
I didn't know there were so many.
There are so many.
The second
you
the
can
show
wear
ends,
yourself out.
I'm going to the Queen Mary for Dark Harbor. I'm flying up to Salt Lake City this weekend. I kind of like these.
You lost your damn mind.
There's guys, if you're in Salt Lake
so
City,
many.
go check out Fear Factory. The street address, it's an abandoned cement factory that they turned into a haunted house. The
Yeah.
street address is literally 666.
Oh,
It's incredible.
No. No, I know the Queen Mary is legitimately haunted.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
It's already creepy as hell.
I've never been to it just because of that fact.
It's very.
I don't
it's-
do real haunted.
The pool in according to legend is supposed to be super haunted.
The whole thing. I mean,
There's a
there are different
pool
areas. There was
on
a
the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
There's a young
Crazy people.
18-year-old guy from the Navy who got crushed by a mechanical door back. I know the whole story. 'Cause I am a paranormal geek. I just scare easy, so I don't like haunted houses.
Sure.
Okay.
But I'm a big paranormal researcher. And
We like
Queen
haunted
Mary
houses
is-
of much different
So
kinds.
what's the most haunted place that I should stay away from?
Queen
in
Mary
LA?
is actually rated as one of the most haunted places in America.
Oh.
But it's
Oh,
also
yeah.
because
Why
they
would anybody
welcome
go
people
there?
in. So
Yeah.
Why would you go somewhere where you know that there are ghosts so that they can like
'Cause you're in-
hitchhike a ride
because you're intrigued.
back on you when you go
Well,
home?
the Queen Mary spirits though, they're there. Like they're not known for leaving. You know, they're all just kind of stuck there.
Right,
There's
right.
always one time.
No, well, I'm just saying you're very, very true on that one. But that's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
I did tame. Well, not tame. I just did Halloween parties.
I did
you go.
nothing.
all
I
the
had,
you go.
weekends.
I had shows that didn't
Have
end until
another
1 in the
one
morning.
tonight.
So and then
work hard,
yeah.
play hard.
Yeah, no, I did shows and then went to parties afterwards.
Good for you.
I
Yeah,
just
that
I
and,
just paid a lot of people to jump out
Nerdfest.
and yell boo in my face.
You know, next year, I want to go to some with you.
Yeah?
Like, give me a heads up so I can plan a couple out with you.
Okay.
And I will be well worth the price of admission
All right.
with how I respond.
I'll have to think of what would be best suited for you.
Whatever. Let's talk about it.
All right.
But I'm disappointed we didn't go this year. But next year we got to do it.
Oh yeah. And there are haunts that are not necessarily during the Halloween season. Some people do Christmas haunts. Mm-hmm. So
Oh, nice.
Sounds
Blackheart Gary says Penhurst is worse than Queen Mary. It might be.
Penhurst is pretty in Pennsylvania. I went to
Oh, Pennsylvania. That's my home state. It's all haunted.
I went to Eastern State Penitentiary. They do a haunt there.
Not anymore.
They were. I mean, at the very least 2 years ago.
Yeah, no. This past year, I'm very disappointed. They actually don't allow the public in anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
because
heard.
there
I might
was a
be wrong.
hitchhiker that probably happened.
Maybe.
never know.
It's also
Someone
the one
took
out
something
here,
wrong.
Linda Vista. They don't allow people in anymore.
Really?
That's out. That's
Because it
Dunsies.
got dangerous because you shouldn't go to haunted places.
See?
Real haunted places. is crazy.
But yeah, all of
It's so
Pennsylvania is
great.
haunted. Everything.
Everything.
So, Ty Matthews, put yourself over.
Well, you can find me on social media at Ty Matthews PMA. Probably going to be blogging about my haunting adventures very soon. I haven't really been posting about them that much, but I was thinking about it today. I probably went to upwards of maybe 30, 40, maybe 50, something like that over the course
Amazing.
of the season. So,
Proud of you.
a lot of pictures to post, a lot of writing to post. So yeah, check me out on social media at Ty Matthews PMA. You can check me on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific, alongside Rachel Evans and our man Jimbo in the booth on the Lucha Underground after show. And of course, as always, check out Championship Wrestling from Hollywood every Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. KDOC, U2 America, Tough TV, Fight TV, Patreon. Check those local listings.
And the next taping is?
Or if you're local, our next taping is November 13th. So come check it out at the Ocean View Pavilion, Port Hueneme. It's completely free. It's on the beach. You'll have an amazing time. Come get some wrestling in your life.
Markeia.
Okay, at Markeia McCarty. That's Twitter and Instagram. Markeia McCarty. Marvel movie news tomorrow at Popcorn Talk at 11 a.m. It's also, I'll be seeing Doctor Strange that night, so you'll see me be really excited and talking with Matt Key about that, who is the ultimate Doctor Strange fan.
Yes.
So tune into that. And if you like live comedy, Wednesday, November 2nd, SS Improv will be playing at UCB Inner Sanctum in Hollywood. I believe that is $5 to see that show, and it's supposed to be an election day, a pre-election day special, so you might want to come and see that. I wonder what that's going to be like. And then November 4th, Friday, which is also the opening day of Doctor Strange, I'll be on Screen Junkie News, Screen Junkies News, so I'll put that on my Twitter for you to be able to tune into that if you want to see me there too.
Beautiful. At Jay Quasso, of course, Wrestling Compadres Slamcast, at Fox Compadres on Fox Sports. Amazing guests every single week. What did we do last week? We had Christy Hemme on Friday. Who did we have earlier in the week? I can't even remember because we have so many fun guests. But the show's amazing. Do that. Let's see. Houston. I'm going to be at the Joke Joint Comedy Club this weekend. Cannot wait to be in Houston. If you're anywhere near Texas, hit me up. I will give you tickets. And Regular Hero, we had a comedy show at the Comedy Store last Wednesday. Sold out the main room. Big thank you to Bill Burr. We raised almost $10,000 that is going directly to kids and families in need. Otherwise, jlocomedy.com. I just spruced up the website tonight. I think it's almost done. So check it out. Maybe there'll be some stuff you like. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. We love you. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.